Let's move to other sector. Plywood companies, they have also seen a good run ahead of GST as they are expected to benefit from the shift that GST will bring from unorganized to organized players. Adding to that, of course, is the government's focus on low-cost housing. We have Sajjan Bhajanka, chairman of Century Plyboard, now joining us. Mr. Bhajanka, good morning. Is it simplistic to assume that we will have a lot of shift from unorganized to organized player? And are you seeing already early signs of, some market share gains?
Yeah, it's already happening from last 2-3 months. We are feeling these things, and the unorganized players, they are already in problem. And it is like in our sector, as earlier also I shared with you, there are almost 95% exempted units. Only 5% units are there which are in fully tax-paying sector. So this is a big challenge to our industry. And not only that, because the raw material for the unorganized player also come from unorganized sector. Those are farmers. So they have to pay 18% duty on the inputs because the farmers, they are not registered. So that is another challenge. So there are a lot of capital would be locked. They buy raw material, that is timber, by paying duty, this inverse tax, and then they have to sell. So earlier they used to be exempted until say 6 months, and after that they were paying partial duty. So that's the scenario past. Now onward, from yesterday, from first onward, they have to pay full duty. So that is a big challenge. And from association also, from the PP, Federation of Indian Plywood and Panel, we have brought it to the knowledge of the government, and many finance ministers of the states, they have taken up the issue. So we hope in future, because all other segments of our industry are in 18%. Laminate is in 18%, veneer is in 18%, only plywood, blockboard, flush door, MDF, particle board. So these boards, these are in 28%.
Mr. Bhajanka, have you figured out whether you have to undertake any kind of price changes now that GST is a reality?
Yeah.
So what should we expect in terms of pricing of your products? If you could just take us through category by category.
Yeah, we have 3 segments. One is veneer, another is plywood, another is laminate. So veneer, it is reduced from 28% to 18%. And it doesn't matter because veneer is the intermediate product. It is a raw material for other plywood factories. So whatever they pay, they will get back. So it doesn't, even if increase or decrease, doesn't matter. Laminate, yes, it is good news for laminate industry. Earlier, they were in the highest bracket. They were by and large paying 28% plus. Now they have come into 18% segment. And their entire raw material is also in 18%, paper, adhesive. So that way it is balanced for them. So whatever like input credit they will get, they will add little value to that, and they will pay little bit duty, and they would be in 18%, 28%. So as far as Century Ply is concerned, we have passed on the benefit. We have reduced the price on laminate appropriately. So almost 10-11%.
So by how much has the price reduction on laminates been?
Yeah, around 10-11% gain was there. So that we have fully passed on. We have reduced the retail price by that amount.
Okay. So laminates retail price is down by 10 to 11%. Mr.
Yeah, 10 to 11.
Okay. How was the month of June for you? Was there any disruption that you faced, any hit to your revenues? And if yes, could you quantify that for us?
This June, in comparison to the June previous year, our sales were up 7-8%. So that way, not much impact. Only in the last week, sale was less because people, they were not willing to buy the material and then to go for the input credit or the all things. So sale in the last 1 week, usually the last 1 week is the highest selling week in our industry. And this time it was otherwise.
Okay. Let's discuss some other issues on your MDF plant. When does it come on stream? What kind of revenues will
We
be
have
there?
now got the power.
Okay.
All the issues are resolved, and now we are preparing. So we start trial production somewhere in July itself, and we are like fixing a date in August where we shall have the formal inauguration, where we have invited the CM of Punjab for the inauguration. So depending on his date, we shall fix some inaugural date somewhere in August. But trial production we shall start in July only.
Okay, trial production will start in July itself. Any numbers you can give us on what kind of volumes and realizations you're likely to generate from this plant?
Fortunately, we are entering this MDF market at a very good time. All the existing players, they are booked for next 2 months. So there is a very hefty order book with them, and we are entering in good time. So maybe initially we shall not have any problem in selling our product.
So fine, Mr. Bhajanka, can you leave us with an outlook for the year? It's a year that will, involve a fair amount of volatility because of this GST changeover. But net FY18, what kind of top line growth and margins are you hoping to do?
But like our direct competition is with the unorganized sector, and this provision, this 28% duty is very harsh on unorganized sector. So they were almost enjoying the full exemption, and migrating from zero duty to 28% duty is very, very difficult. And the sector per se was also unorganized. They were in the village areas, they were getting timber directly from the farmers. So under that circumstances, and now they have to move to a very high level of compliance, high level of bookkeeping. So many of the players, I think, would not be able to cope with. And if there is some vacancy from them, some supply disruption from the unorganized sector, then the demand on the organized would be more. But personally, I feel duties should be reduced. It is the entire panels, it should be 18%, and we are lobbying very hard.
Okay, Mr.
And we are putting up with the government. So hopefully in the next 1 or 2 reviews, they will take up this issue.
Okay, Mr. Bhajanka, thanks a lot for your time today. That's Century Ply. By the way, the mid-cap index has moved to high point of the day, and a lot of stocks are surging. Stock of the moment now is ICICI Prudential. It's a phenomenal move. And ever since it's crossed its issue price, it's just been one-way journey for ICICI Prudential, and now approaching 500. So phenomenal move. Ashwini Gujral, Mitesh Thakkar and Rajat Bose back with us.